Allen here. Thanks everybody for watching and being a part of today's conversation. 2023, we're chatting with the stars of a brand new show that premieres on the 5th on WeTV. Very exciting. I think people are stoked for Kold and Wendy. Thank you both for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, well, it's very exciting to have another amazing show that takes place in the city of Chicago. Spent many years there, so I always love watching projects that come out of the city that take place in the city. Shakia, we'll start with you. How exciting is this for you, and what can people expect when they have the opportunity to watch?
This is very exciting for me. A bit surreal. I'm still kind of just going with the flow of everything and just kind of receiving the energy that people are giving us. But I think people should expect a lot of twists and turns, a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be violence. There's going to be a grittier side to it. And there's definitely going to be maybe a lot of moments that might be traumatic or triggering for some people. But I think the overall theme behind the show is going to focus on the fact that you have to grow in order to change, or you have to change in order to grow. And I think what we're going to see is Kold and Wendy, they're trying to grow in their careers. They're trying to grow in their lives, but it gets to a point where they have to change certain things about themselves in order to get to that next level. There's a quote that says, "What got you here won't get you there." So I think that's where Kold and Wendy are. People in Chicago know their name. They know who Kold and Wendy is, but how do you get to that mainstream level of success? And I think that's ultimately what they both want. They're just trying to go about it different ways.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a case to be made for art imitating life in this series. It's not because a lot of very successful people do come out of the Chi-Town area, but it's not like, it's years and years of hard work to even get to the level that these two characters have gotten to and have a long way to go. Nijah, this is very cool. You've been a part of some fantastic projects as well. This is a bit of a different role, a departure for you. How exciting was this for you when you got approached for this role, and what interested you in it and made you say, I want to commit my time to this as a storyteller?
I was very interested in this role when I got it because, like I was saying earlier, the audition process was really fun, having to rap, not only just recite lines, but being able to like entertain and rap. It's something so far left from what I have done in my real life and what I've even portrayed as characters on my resume. So I was like definitely excited, and it was a lot. Like, it was so much. It wasn't just, bartender or girl, and no shade to those type of roles, but like, right. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an arc. I have layers. I have like a name. I have a story. I have relationships. So that really made me want to take it on for sure.
Yes. Well, one last question for both of you, and whoever wants to jump in, player's choice on this one. Is there one thing, just in brief here, that is a non-negotiable for you as an actor, as a storyteller, as an artist, that has to, there could be a list of things, but one thing in particular that makes you go, I have to have this in order for me to take the risk as an actor?
I feel like for me personally, the character, if I'm going to be drawn to the character, I think the character has to have a strong purpose in the story. And I feel like that's something Kold has. I feel like she has a purpose. Sometimes a lot of characters are very one-dimensional. You're coming in, you're just saying your lines, and those are great too because they pay the bills. But I love a character that is going through something and is making things happen. She's trying to overcome something. So I just find that to be where I do my best work, when I feel like the character is actually overcoming something. They're not just idle, if that makes sense.
They actually drive the story and take it from A to B versus just serving a purpose of, oh, I met this person at a coffee shop and they said something weird. Those are great roles too, because they do pay the
Exactly.
bills and they do
Exactly.
pay well. But these types of roles, obviously, if we're being honest, are a
Yeah,
little bit better for sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Very
Well, I
cool.
guess I can go. I know, for me, I definitely like having all the tools that are needed so I can be prepared to do the role. Whether that's
Mm-hmm.
people at doing a certain job, like for safety needing to be there, even like intimacy coordinators need to be there. Just
Yeah.
having things in place, definitely being respected. But for sure, when I signed up to do a role, I really want this character to have a purpose and I want it to make sense, for me to take it on, because I need to get on the screen and make it believable. And I need to enjoy
Yeah.
what I'm doing. And I need to be proud of what I watch, and not for it to be like this painful experience that I just kind of powered through for a check. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is a lot of that, unfortunately, in this business. But if
Yeah.
you can have those things, and of course, the producers and the creators of this show, I mean, they're Chicago legends. So, I mean, you have all of those things that make a show great. It's fantastic. I've seen it. I cannot wait for people to watch, which it will premiere tomorrow, just the day after we record this. Kold and Wendy, which is premiering on WeTV. Thank you both for your time. It's a true pleasure to meet both of you.
thank you so
Same
much.
here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.